About 10 days ago, Leviatan and PaperX played for the first time. Lev picked Ascent into them. It had been a really good map for Leviatan in Americas, and they expected it to be good for them internationally. They got smacked. I made a video on it. It was 13-1. You can see the video right here, and it was embarrassing. They looked awful. And no one would have blamed them if they didn't pick Ascent when they had to play PaperX in the grand finals. But they did. And when they were down 9-5, something shifted. If PaperX won 4 more rounds, they would have become the Masters London champions. But instead, Leviatan locked in. Leviatan came back down 9-5 and then beat PaperX, also 13-1 on Lotus, with knife kills, and it completely embarrassed them to win Masters London. In this video, we're going to go over how they switched their playstyle so quickly and won Masters London by not backing down and by not being scared. We're also going to go over how their playstyle fundamentally breaks Valorant and is exactly what you need in this meta. I'm Lionzblade. It would mean a ton to me if you'd subscribe. I've got a couple more London videos and then it's back to Americas for me, so hit that subscribe button. It's free and helps me out a ton. Let's get into it. Lev are down 4-1, and I'm sure they might be thinking about the fact that they recently were 13-1 on this map by this team. But even with the casters bringing it up, look at how they play this. They have to default here. It's a double senti comp, and while Lev can get away with some rounds just running it down by the nature of their comp, which is very, very good at running it down, generally you're going to need to default. I love how they draw this utility out. Watch what they do over here on A. You have King use this paranoia and the Neon running around making noise, and then they smoke here for the tree smoke. This is something Lev do a ton of the time. They love to do it, and as you can see, it's very effective. A slow orb comes out, the wall comes out, and B main, their entire game plan is get Neon set up in B main and break some of the Senti utility that they use to try and stop him from doing that. And it works pretty well. Now, it's not all perfect. Sato does get killed by the op mid. Again, even though the nerf TP durations are out, you're still able to do stuff like that with Yoru. But Lev are actually not in the worst spot of all time here. You have all of B main control with this operator, so if these players try to rotate, Neon is able to get a shot off, and you have the ability to pivot wherever. You have control everywhere. I love what King does here. As soon as the wall goes down, keep in mind, there was a gap in this wall. You could have technically walked out, but he knows that the wall going down is something that is going to draw the attention of everyone now that they know it's down. There might be a comm or whatever, PaperX saying, hey, it's down. He does this smoke to fake like Lev are able to get into the smoke. Keep in mind, PaperX, with the wall not up, have no one on A at all, and no utility either. So there is a very realistic possibility Lev could walk into this smoke, and you can see Jing is walking back now. They don't smoke mid until a little late, but thankfully something misses the shot, and then they get a nice timing here onto Forsaken. But watch what Neon's able to do. Even though he whiffs this shot, his presence is enough to make something have to go the longer way around, wait, and the B players are still darting, making sure, hey, is he walking back up into B main? Is he going to try and op us on the rotate? What's he doing? Then, another great decision, this time made by Blows. He doesn't try and contact and like run and kill these guys. He just Sova ults the ulted res, and Forsaken goes down as well. This is some good stuff here. And then 4v4, Spikes-In is the best Neon, I think, in the game. I know Dombi has done a lot with Shotgun Neon, but I think purely in terms of like all-encompassing what a Neon can do for a team, Spikes-In is the best. At the very least, he is right there toe-to-toe with Dombi, and you can see it here. He's going to completely win them the round. The Vice ult comes out, and he waits, pops Neon ult, and just kills everyone. Like, that's all it comes down to. He kills the entirety of PaperX, one of the best mechanical teams in the world, wins the round there for Leviatan, and starts them getting back on track. Beautiful round from Leviatan. If you play ranked, you know what it feels like to be locked in. You're hitting your shots and your reads are right, but it's very difficult to stay like that with energy drinks that give you a caffeine spike and then a crash after a game or two. That is why flowstate exists. Flowstate exists to get you in, well, flow state by giving you faster reaction time by up to 60 milliseconds, clearer thinking, and sharper focus for up to 6 hours. I use it personally, but if you don't believe in my Ascendant ranked games, believe in tier 1 and 2 pros that vouch for it working at the tier 1 and 2 level for long BO5s, for those games that you need to close out with your team counting on you. Now, if you haven't tried it before, I recommend the Flow State starter pack that I have here. As you can see, it'll give you 12 of these tubes, 3 of each flavor, so you can figure out what your favorite Flow State flavor is before probably hopping onto one of the big boys like I have here. You can use code LIONS for 15% off your order, and the link is in the description. Rank reset is like tomorrow, so make sure to get yourself right with that. I love what Leviatan are still able to do. I know I mentioned that you do have to default out utility generally, which is, again, generally true, but Lev still will get a couple of rounds just because of how good their comp is at running it down. Watch what Neon is able to do here. Agent, not the player. Player's back here. Agent's here. They know that Paper X and most teams will generally have one player on site and one player here, or this player could be back CT, whatever it may be, but with this wall, he isolates anyone that could be playing here. Thus, he's able to go through, he slides into this smoke, kills him, and immediately, Devi is effectively dead. You can see he realizes, okay, someone could be behind me, I have to get back up here. But Lev know that that's his most likely option. So with the drone, they tag him out, and he knows his choices are either get Phoenix flashed and die, or go back onto site and also die. He has a slightly higher chance of living when he goes back on site. It doesn't matter. Dies, he's crunched, and immediately the round is over. Neon, the player, gets a kill with the op as well on the Forsaken, and they have to save. I love this theory. Again, Neon is no longer the plug and play on almost every map agent she was before the nerfs, but I do think with the right system, as Leviatan have shown, and the right player, again, Spikeson is an elite player at Neon, it is still very, very viable to run this agent. Again, it has been beautiful to watch spikes, and it's not going to be for every single player, but if you have a very good Neon player and build things around it, Neon is very much still viable in competitive play. You can even see the value in Spikeson's Neon when he doesn't get a kill and what he's able to do without those kills. See, they have Sato run in with his ult. He immediately is able to get the position of Devi. He's like, okay, he stares. Suddenly, Spikeson is on a mission. He's going to put the same Neon wall up, isolate this fight against Devi. But wait, he loses the fight. Oh no, whatever will we do? Well, because he was able to do this and almost force Devi into this fight, the rest of the team was able to get on site, and it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade. Even with Devi having the flash that you can see over in the corner right... Just one moment, sorry. Right there, it doesn't matter because there are 3 players on site, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. Lev go on to win the round off of a wonderful coordination play. Sato blinds so that Neon can peek, get these two. Great stuff, and it's 5-5 on this round. Lev are down 9-5. They have to win this round. If they lose, they are done and will lose Masters London. And I absolutely love the set play they have here. They are so good at, in this meta, don't get me wrong, they're like a top 2-3 firepower team in the world, but they are so good at having layers and layers to their trap plays here. Watch what happens. Paper X do an initial dart that gets almost immediately broken here. Lev obviously know at least someone from Paper X is here, so they keep doing the trap play, keep doing it, and then off the Yoru flash sound cue, they dart, flash, something is dead. There's no hope for him. And the best part is Sato isn't even the one peeking off the flash. They don't want to waste the time it would take for him to go over and swing the angle. Instead, Spike is the one able to swing, get that first blood, and then keep the round going. But wait, there's more. I do like the choice from Paper X to wall this immediately. It can make Lev think that they're going to run away and keep the wall for space, and it also works as a flank wall if you do get on site. But they just don't take a lot of time. Lev just do not rotate, and Paper X, after about 10 seconds, end up coming in anyways, and then this is beautiful. They have the stun. They have Phoenix Molly right here to draw the attention of the Paper X players. You can see they're both not looking at blows. So he just jumps up, gets these 2 kills, wins the round. Beautiful stuff. But trust me, their defense was amazing. There's going to be even more. A large part of this game came down to the Sentinel dual B main. You already probably know if you watch my videos that Neon is B main almost all of the time on Lev's attack rounds if they're starting out in a default, or really anything that isn't an A main rush. But Devi does the same thing a lot of the time for Paper X. So you can see right here the exchange right here where, okay, we're going to put this wall up. Well, I'm going to dart you back after baiting it out. Okay, well, it all comes down to, at the end of the game, Valorant's an FPS game, so they do end up having to take a fight. Neon wins it, and that kickstarts the snowball of Lev winning the round. Bang, Neon gets this kill, then the ult up mid is focused on Neon. Well, that's all well and good, but it doesn't matter because he's able to just TP out of this crunch, which again, obviously wouldn't have happened if Devi had won the 1v1. Then everyone on here is now in a spot where, okay, we know where Paper X are going. And even though Jing gets this kill mid, we still have 3 players right here ready to do something. Sato gets killed on Forsaken, King gets killed on Envy, Neon on something, and that ends the round. And it all really does come back to, hey, who won this gunfight? The first engagement. This is why first bloods are so important, because it snowballs the impact of the round and what happens after it. Leviatan looking good. Paper X just won a round, and this is, in my opinion, the biggest round of the game, and they throw it within 10 seconds. Look at this. They have something do the same flash and push up B main, but if you look closely, you'll see he was not blinded initially by this Phoenix flash. It was his own Vice flash that goes off. He then gets blinded, but he's dead. And within 10 seconds, Leviatan had been handed the first blood on a silver platter. But I love how they play this. They don't tell Leon, hey, maybe back up, maybe play more passively. He keeps holding this angle, and he's willing to take risks. After he whiffs this op shot, he immediately goes for a headhunter shot, trying to push this, trying to extend their advantage here. TP's out, and then they have the layers to it. Hey, there are two running me down cat. You want to solo ult him, get a free kill? Blows goes, yeah, I like free kills. Gets that, and then puts Envy to 1 HP. Now, this is huge, and Now, this is huge, but also look at what it takes to cross here. Divide doesn't initially cross, and now in his mind, he can't. As soon as that smoke fades, he could still be held by the chamber op, by 3 players. He has no idea what's holding him. He has to sit back and just watch the round play out from the chair in the corner right here. There's nothing he's really able to do. So he's not going to leave that spot until the round is already over. And you can see here, Envy is 1 HP, so it's not even a real 3v5. Watch this retake as well. It's beautiful. You go in, keep in mind, this is a comp that's very aptly built to run things down. It's also very good at running down and overwhelming, for example, if only one player is playing sight during a retake. Watch this. The Omen ult, Envy dies, and then they have Forsaken's position, and immediately, you're not getting out of this. You yourself are not getting out of this. There's no one except maybe Prime Champs Demon 1 that could get out of this situation alive. Forsaken goes down, and again, Devi, the round is over. He just has to go, and it is 10-9, Leviatan looking amazing here. Another thing I love about Leviatan is the confidence. You are in a grand finals on map point for the other team, not for you. If they win, it's over. If you win, you still have to play another map. They are confident enough to walk down B main and take an orb to get Phoenix ult. I just love that, especially when B main is a spot that's probably been the most heavily fought over the entire map. Especially in the rounds I've shown you guys, but even in the ones I haven't, there have been a ton of B-main brawls. Whether it be the whole team or like 3 members of each, it's been huge. Something continues the trend of finding the chamber and then using utility on him for him to just TP away and it not matter. Again, I don't think he was trying to get a kill on him there. I just don't understand why you would waste the paranoia when there's nothing to follow up on it and he's just going to TP anyways, but I digress. Anyways, with a minute left, you can start to see, and this actually is really good for Paper X, they have Envy's Sova ult and they have Jing's ult as well. So you're able to get the res online if needed. They do this tree fight and watch this flank from Devi. They're waiting on him to come back and be the backstab, be the win con. And even with this, they actually win out the fight. It ends up being a 4v2 with a really good flank. But as I said earlier, Spikeson is the best Neon player in the world. Just full stop. And he wins this. If he loses this, there is a very realistic chance that Paper X win London and Lev don't get to go to map 5 and win Lotus in such a dominant fashion. Instead, he plays this genuinely perfectly with as much pressure as you could have on the line here. He had to 1v3 on site and he does awesome stuff, and Leviatan will go on to win London. Thank you guys for watching. If you like my content, make sure to click one of these videos on screen here for more similar stuff. Hit that subscribe button, check out some flow state, join the Discord, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.